Hello. 안녕하세요. Namaste. Konnichiwa.
Dear Team Ichiran, I would like to share with you our presentation from Japan. I would like to look at this news. This is a story about a former student who is transgender and signed a petition regarding uniform. Most Japanese junior and senior high school students have experienced wearing Seifuku uniform in Japanese.
It is the norm that uniforms are usually styled with slacks for boys and with skirts for girls. The student had been suffering for 3 years from not being able to choose what they want to wear, and he or she may feel as if she or he is forced to be the gender that they don't want to be. Recently, in response to these voices, some schools started to allow girls to choose slacks for their uniforms, but the speed of the change is slow. It is not perfect because in many cases, skirts are not allowed, especially for boys. Therefore, we decided to solve this problem by focusing on gender equality, one of the 70 goals of the SDGs at the theme of our presentation. The following is an introduction to the history of Seifuku in Japan. Seifuku culture in Japan began in 1870s. The reason for starting the program was to eliminate the economic disparity that could be expressed by what they were among students and raise awareness of the importance of being a student. This image shows female student uniform arranged by age. In the 1880s, the school started with Pama, and around 1900, the school shifted to the sailor style uniforms. From the late 1900s, skirt became the norm for female students, and today blazer type uniforms on the rise. There are advantages and disadvantages of uniforms. Advantages include it's economical because you don't have to buy a lot of clothes. Be able to distinguish between the school and private life. It can prevent rain between the rich and the poor due to the appearance. On the other hand, the disadvantages are Seifuku is often expensive and puts a burden on the family budget. School uniforms range from 40,000 to 60,000 yen, and if you include jerseys, school bags, etc., the cost can range from 110,000 to 160,000 yen. You can wear the clothes you want to wear, so you can express your identity or who you are. Usually, boys should wear slacks and girls should wear skirts, and this forces us to stick to the current cultural norm.
See the following graph for the difference in relation to Seifuku between Japan and other countries. Looking at responses from Japan, 24.7% of respondents said they liked it, 53% said they were understood. Japan has the lowest percentage responses who answered like their uniform among the 6 countries, but the highest percentage of those who answered neither. This suggests that Japanese students have little interest in Seifuku, and this might be one of the reasons why it is difficult to solve the Seifuku problem. Therefore, we believe that everyone of us should take an interest in Seifuku and create environment or field. The norms where everyone can choose Seifuku of their own will.
In order to approach to this, we propose to hold an event where students design and produce uniform for the perspective of gender equality. For example, at a cultural festival that will be held every year at almost all schools. Each class design an original uniform, which is then produced with easy handle materials and voted on. The uniforms that win, there will be adopted as next year's uniform. The aim of this project is to improve students interested in Seifuku by designing and making their own Seifuku. It is also an opportunity to think about gender equality.
Here that design we come up with the uniform. There are two types of uniform, a strap style and skirt style, and students can choose whichever they like. They can choose to wear either a tie or a ribbon. As for the color, we have unified them so that there will be no difference between men and women.
The reason why we decided to change the trouser to short pants is because we thought that it looks like the skirt. It doesn't look much difficult and makes it easier for students to choose. As a matter of fact, short pants would be cooler and more comfortable during the summer, which is incredibly humid and hot here in Japan. I am telling you, it is also almost unimaginable. Leggings made of such fabric can be worn with uniform for all seasons. This will help reduce expenses and keep the skin from being exposed.
The conclusions we drew from this presentation were: we want to create the environment or the norms where students are allowed to choose both skirts and pants, regardless of their biological sex. In addition to uniforms, our goal is to further create a society where men and women can wear any kind of clothing without feeling uncomfortable. By building such norms, we can pass the idea of true gender equity and inclusiveness and diversity. That brings us to the end of our presentation.
Thank you for your attention.
Bye.
Bye.